I was wondering about what point when you started going on walking up all these hills and fells was when did you think about cooking on the journey?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
That's sort of how it went. Was initially was just me taking last night's dinner out or preparing a lunch, to take out. So rather than sort of the soggy cling film sandwiches, I was there, rocking up with sort of a nice red pepper rolls, mascarpone pasta sort of thing
Right.
to eat on the top of the summit.
People are like, look at this guy.
I know there was often a few comments, as you say, often a few comments when you're at the top of what you're having, and
But I suppose like you think everything you're going to get when you get it's going to be cold.
yeah.
But nice to have something fresh and hot.
Well, someone actually suggested at the time. They said, they said, well, why didn't you start cooking it from? Why didn't you get a stove and cook it from scratch out here? A bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke, but I'm the sort of person who takes that sort of thing and runs with it.
I could do that.
So that was it. I got myself a little camping stove and then got my little kitchen. I thought, well, why not try and basically recreate my kitchen in the outdoors? And of course, I've got to carry my sort of implements out there, my ingredients and stuff. But I've never, been shy of that. I can if it goes in my bag, I'll take it up the hillside. So that's fine. So. And just little steps into that sort of thing. And by this point, I had started a bit of an online presence, if you like, on social media. And I was basically just sharing the views I was doing and the packed lunches I was taking out. So this is where the Fell Foodie name came about. Again,
Yeah,
being
did you come up with that yourself?
Yeah, it was me, yeah.
Good
So
name,
again,
good name.
being a proud Cumbrian sort of thing, again, we call sort of the hills fells in this area. So the hills and mountains, we call them fells.
Yeah. So what is the difference between a fell and a mountain? Is fells just what we call them in Cumbria?
It's just this. It's just up here. Yeah, I mean, it comes from initially I think the Nordic sort of fjall is initially where it comes from, which just means hill.
Right.
And again, it's up here. So it's something that didn't really even transfer to southern England. So again, if you're
No.
listening from further afield, you'd be like, what's a fell? But
Yeah.
people often think, as he fell over and all this fell foodie. But
A fell is basically a mountain.
yeah, exactly. So that's what we call them in these parts. And then obviously foodie was just sort of a less pretentious term for gastronomy.
But people know what a foodie is, though. They kind of get that. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it sort of put the two together. It was quite a nice alliteration, sort of the old double F. And yeah, it was just me sharing literally the views and food I was taking out. Didn't share anything about me. My name wasn't on there. No pictures of me. And then I got the stove and I started sharing more about this food I was actually cooking from scratch in these natural areas. And it just started to snowball from there, really, and started to get more of a presence, and people had more of an interest.
just because it was a good idea, people
Maybe so.
latched onto it.
Yeah, absolutely. And just sort of, again, liking that sort of lifestyle, I guess, of thinking, I could do that, or that's nice, that's going to heighten my walk, or that's going to improve my sort of camping trip.
Yeah, because for me, because I've done quite a lot of the fells,
Yeah.
it's always based around like ending at a pub.
Yeah, of course.
So we go all the way up there, and we go down there, we end at a pub, so we have a pint and a pie when we finish.
That's
And
it,
that's
exactly.
the reward. But I like
Yeah.
the thought of like having your reward when you get to the top, because sometimes you've got to get up there, then you've got to slog all the way back down, then your reward's at the end. But to have it at the top actually refuels you.
Yeah.
So you have a nice break, some food, and then it might be just halfway of your journey, and then you carry on.
And I think also so often we're always rushing around. We're always living such busy lives. I mean, even when we're doing the hiking side of things, we want to get to the top, get to there, get the summit selfie, if you like, and then head down again straight away.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think just spending a bit more time and actually, putting out.
That's
sort
what
of
it
your-
was.
your
Can
sit
we
mat
pull his
cooking.
Instagram up?
Yeah.
The one I don't know if remember one of the last ones that you did. Oh, there it is. You were just cooking it, but you kept looking at the views while you were cooking.
Absolutely, yeah,
Was
that's
that last
it.
one?
That's it for me. I think it's just spending a bit more time up there, allowing yourself to take that in, and just spending a bit more time in nature and really doing something that's quite mindful in a way of just cooking, sort of chopping away at your ingredients and
Yeah.
just
You
taking
play
in the
that.
sights.
Play that latest post.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, we won last night. There you go.
So where was this at?
So this is up on Hallin Fell, just near Ullswater. So quite a small little fell, really.
You got a little chopping board.
Yeah,
I've
so
just
I'm
gotta
there.
Adjust something quickly here.
No, that's all right. But yeah, just the idea of it, it's cool.
But
Do you get like a lot of passers-by like coming up to you and go, "What are you doing?"
You do get some looks, yeah, definitely for sure. And a lot of people always sort of asking you then come on your next walk with you and whatnot and keep you
Oh,
company
yeah,
for
yeah.
some food. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's because of my patter, really. I think it is because of
Hey, you never know. We
maybe
both-
so, but. But yeah, I mean, again, there's all different ways. A lot of people do ask, about elevating their meal slightly, and you could be taking things that are quite pre-prepared at home and just warming it through in the stove. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a step to take for first.
Yeah.
And there's all little shortcuts to go, but for me, I do like to try and produce as much from scratch as I possibly can on that location, which obviously is just me making my life harder, really. But
you've set yourself that I want to do everything from scratch.
absolutely, yeah, I try to
Okay,
as much as
right.
possible. So even when I made that cake, for example, I made the whole cake batter and that on the location.
Right,
You
yeah,
get
yeah.
the little oven top thing. I've got my stove, put it all in
So
there.
was it this one where you did mash?
Not this one. There's
Oh,
one.
I
there's
saw
one
one where you did mash.
I've done
I was
mashed
like, that's
potato
impressive.
before, yeah, bits and, loaves of bread before from scratch and things. And I hope to do some sort of, I think next one, I think I'll do a fish and chips soon. I think from scratch
Oh,
completely.
brilliant!
That's what I'll
Yeah.
allow. I've done little shallow fried things before, sort of like katsu curry I did from scratch up there once. That was really
Right.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, little fritters I've done, but to do proper fish and chips would be nice. Overlooking
Oh
a
god,
mountain,
yeah.
a mountain sort of a top summit.
I
Of
just
the
imagine
ocean.
you like one day you're gonna be doing. You're gonna slowly a crowd around you. Look at this guy.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's
Loads of starving people at the top of the fell that you're at.
Yeah, but Pied Piper. Maybe they'll follow me up.
Yeah,
So-
but we can watch this one now. If
Cool.
you want. Oh, goodness!
Blimey.
I'll turn the sound off.
What music was it?
I
Do
don't
you have to
know.
find copyright-free music
It
to
was
put on
probably-
all of
It was
these?
probably just some viral one that one of the social medias was doing these days. Probably.
So what's the equipment? Is it the same equipment that you always use?
Yes, I've got a few various stoves to take out. So this one's a little gas burner, quite a substantial one. I think that I'll take out, but it's nice to have quite a wide sort of head on it for the flame head side of things, so it replicates sort of that hob at home.
Oh yeah.
rather-
Everyone who's just listening to the audio, you're gonna have to go on YouTube and watch this. It will make you hungry.
Rather than just a little tiny burner that can have quite an intense heat spot on the pan, I guess. Which
Oh,
causes
yeah,
it
yeah.
to burn slightly.
Yeah.
But I've got this. I've got a little wood burning one too, which again, I mean,
I keep saying, if you got one main one that you use, I keep seeing where you put wood in it.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
BioLite stove. Yes, that's a cracking little one as well. So again, it allows you to have that sort of real fire aspect, but also in a controlled way. So you're not having a fire on the ground, which again is frowned upon in the national parks, and again, can
Yeah.
cause sort
Look at that, the food with the view behind it.
there we go. That's how I like to do it.
Biryani. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great little bit of kit, and again, it's really clever how it's got a fan system in it, so you can actually adjust the fan, which makes it more intense flame and lowers the flame down.
Ah,
So
right.
you're actually using real fire like you would a controlled hob at home. So it's
That's
a great bit
cool.
of kit, that one. Yeah, I love it.